Well, I think actually that's a pretty easy question to answer because I think regulation just dominates everything in risk management these days. And it can be very expensive to deal with the regulations. I think one of the big regulatory challenges coming up is the fundamental review of the trading book, which I think the implementation date is 2018, 2019. I was talking to somebody about this and they said the average bank is spending $100 million to implement FRTB. And then other regulations which have cost a lot of money, things like operational risk. The Basel Committee came up with a fairly complicated model-oriented way of doing operational risk, but they've now backed a bit away from that and come up with a much more standardized approach. But it's cost people a lot of money to keep track of the sort of changes which regulators come up with from time to time. So, I would say what new things are regulators going to come up with next year? That's one of the big challenges. Cyber risk is another big one, I think, which, we've seen some cyber risk episodes recently in the US. I think those will only get worse over time. What else? I think we've got a US election coming up. I think if Donald Trump gets elected, then I think it'll have a very adverse effect on financial markets. So I think that's another big risk.